Honorable Vice Chancellor, most respected teachers, and the family of the IUB, the Board of Trustees, and the different organizations who have come together to make this night possible. This is a night, as I see, are of the students of IUB, the IUB alumni. I just can't go back to my memory because it will be blurred. All I can talk about what I see in front of my eyes. I see a young generation of a young nation, and I see, as we stand and sit here on this amphitheater, we have sky as our limit. We have no roof. We have a sky as our limit. And the scientists are still working to define what the sky is and what is it about, what it contains, what it can offer, and what we can gain out of it. Only a few days ago, Indian scientists has thrown something up in the sky. It's supposed to have been one of the largest contraption of, what shall I say, physics. I'm virtually an illiterate person standing in front of you as I see the world moving so fast. On the other hand, as I am an illiterate person, I see in this 7,000 plus number of alumni, they are really the first stage of their learning. I have no word for you. All I can have is your aspiration. If I could be one of you, if I could be in my 20s and even 30s, probably I will write a better future for myself. I'm an ambitious person and I'm an optimist. My optimism, I want to live it with you, to share and make it happen. I heard the reference of the chairman of our Board of Trustees saying that I will be the Oxford of Bangladesh. It reminded me an expression of cliché. The people of Dhaka University used to think that they were the Oxford of the East. I will give you the meaning of that Oxford of the East. It was not ever a qualitative challenge. Mind it, I am committing myself in what I am saying. It was not an expression either of challenge or equivalence that it is Oxford of the East. It was a structural organization. Oxford structure was collection of colleges, and Dhaka University structurally conceived and realized as residential hall. Those halls were meant to be schools, meaning colleges. So it is on a physiological term, in a constructional term, an architectural term, or a constitutional term was Oxford of the East. But IUB, getting a start, you know, just like the great Lord Jesus Christ, getting a start in a hovel, no place to start. And IUB's future, certainly not going to be Oxford, but far beyond that Oxford can reach. And I want to put forward one challenge before you. There is an institution called Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Many of you heard the name. Established in 1861. Do you know their record? They have 276 Nobel laureates among their graduates. 276 Nobel laureates among their graduates. Take that as your challenge. Go, go, go. And if you are learned, you have everything. You have pleasure, you have games, you have music, you have love, you have affection, you have children, and you have a global eminence. And that global eminence, God has endowed every one of us with that potential. Each and every one of you graduates here can become the greatest person in this world. And that is what is your aspiration. Forget Oxford, even forget MIT. Here you have 7,000 graduates. Even 276 Nobel laureate is not enough. It's not enough. It's the world's greatest record of any institution in the world. But you are the one that is going to make the world. You are not going to lie down on the cushion that you have already. Education is a thing that you all understand. I'm sure you will continue to understand. Now someone made a reference of our first MBA. The first MBA program of IUB was jointly with the School of Business at Maastricht, Asian Institute of Technology, the Institute of Commerce in Paris. It was a foursome association. We took money, but we did not make money. We produced the first batch, and as you know, where they are today, I presume they have home, they have family, they have income, they have houses, they have friendship, they have everything. How do you get this from? This is education. This is education. And you are the alumni. You know, my very young friend, he came to me with, I think, a bachelor or master's degree from a college in New York. I forget names these days. It comes back after a while. And I said, what can you do? He said, use me for what I can do. So I used him for what he could do. And you heard him here. He's you know now? Almas. Huh? Huh? Almas Kari. Very young fellow. You could have been a student if he was a little bit lazy or, you know, or not on time. He was only about 22, 23-year-old. So it is so pleasant to see all of you here. But I only have ambition. I don't have any success. Success comes as others tell you what you have achieved. And you cannot live in this world without a reference to your mother. And this is your mother. IUB is your mother and you are her children. Wherever you go, however you must attain, you have to look after your mother. And I'm glad to see this evening that you do look after your mother. I have only blessings for you and a prayer for you. Don't take any limit as a limit. Shall I give you one word from biology? Human being is composed of nothing but cells. Cells are indivisible, but they have components and properties. Every cell is self-contained. It has its defense, it has its cure, it has its management, it has its diets, and what we are millions and millions of cells making one individual. So don't ever have any doubts about your potential as a human being, as a biological product with a brain. Brain also is a cell. There is nothing can take you down save your lack of aspiration, save your lack of ambition. Only that will take